the mistakes that you gotta avoid if you are not making a one, or if you're making a one, you gotta realize it. The mistakes that could actually hurt you in getting the print on demand sales or success on print on demand websites, whatever. Let's dive in. Hello, you guys. Welcome. I'm Parshvik. On this channel, we talk a lot about print on demand stuff, and also we talk a lot about making money online as a creative person, as an artist. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more such videos. Anyways, and also, guys, we have a lot of the products. We have the courses, ebooks, guides, planners on every platform. Not every platform, but some of the platform. We have Zazzle courses, Creative Fabrica, Display, Teepublic, Teachers Pay Teachers. A lot of the stuff is there. The links are in description. Some are free products, some are paid product. You can very well check them out. And also, I have some tools that you could use for doing the niche research, product research, design research. They have the free plan as well and the paid plan as well. And I am putting my affiliate links. So if you buy their paid plan, I'm gonna receive a small percentage commission without any extra cost from you. So if you guys interested, the links of all the stuffs are in description. You can check it out. Anyways, what are the mistakes that you gotta avoid? The first mistake is not knowing which niche you're targeting, or targeting a very huge competitive niche, especially for a new seller or a beginner seller, don't have much of the sales history or views or any kind of stuff on their platform or their shop. The most important thing is, guys, please don't go for competitive niches or very broad niche. Even if you want to go with the broad niche like wedding, baby shower, bridal shower, or camping or something like that, sub niche down, pick up a sub niche so that it's easy for, as a new seller, as a beginner seller, to get the sales, to get the views. Because if nobody is looking at your shop, if nobody is coming across your products, guess what? No one gonna buy it. So that's the first mistake I see a lot of the people do. They hop on a very broad niche, which is in great demand, but it's very competitive. And their products are somewhere in the 100 page, 200 page, or guess what, more than that. And no customer will going to go over to the 100 page or 200 page to buy a product. No, they're just gonna go 10 or 20 product max. Sorry, 10 and 20 pages max, and then they're gonna make their decision or choice. So that's the first mistake. The second mistake is that your designs doesn't convey any kind of the message to the customer. Now, I'm not telling you to make a complicated designs or adding too much graphics, fonts, pictures here and there. No, it can be very simple, very minimal text-based design, but it doesn't drive the emotions or feelings behind the people, then it's not gonna make any sense. Or you are just putting the wrong graphics or wrong fonts are going together. If you're using too many fonts in one designs and these fonts doesn't go hand in hand with each other, they're gonna be more chaotic, more messy designs, and people are not likely gonna buy. So if you don't know much of the designing, I would recommend you to try with the minimalistic kind of designs first, and then go with the complicated designs or adding too much graphics or different kind of the fonts or pictures into your designs. Keep the things simple and straightforward. Don't overdo the things, because people sometimes do overdo it. Don't do it. You don't need to overdo it. Simple design sells. In fact, I can tell you all the best sellers, majority of my best sellers are very simple designs, and they are not minimal designs. I don't create minimal design anymore. I did create in the beginning, but they are very simple. I don't put too much of the graphics, too much of the pictures, or too many different fonts. No, even if I'm creating a wedding invitation, for example, on Zazzle, if I'm selling on Zazzle, and I am selling on Zazzle. So for example, if I'm creating a wedding invitation for a Zazzle, I'm not putting too many different types of the fonts. I'm using 2 or 3 different types of the fonts in my designs. That's it. I'm not using 10 different fonts or 20 different fonts. No. I'm keeping the things very simple and very straightforward so that people can come onto the design and that make any sense to them. Overdoing sometimes can kill your design sales, so please don't do that. With that being said, the third is that your graphics, your pictures, your text doesn't go hand in hand. If you're using all of these 3 combinations, they are not going hand in hand. Something is somewhere hanging around here, something is hanging around here, something is hanging around here. Now, if you are selling on Zazzle, then customer can actually add it and customize your design so that they can make changes to the design and then they can buy. But if you're selling on Teepublic, Redbubble, Display, Teachers Pay Teachers, other platform where people can't customize your designs, then it's going to be very hard for them to make a decision to buy because it's too much complicated and stuffs are not going hand in hand. The graphics, the layout doesn't go hand in hand. They are just like very two different things that you put on the table on the design. So keep that thing in mind, that it should go hand in hand. Another thing is that you're not thinking about your ideal client and creating designs from that point. For example, if you're creating designs for a woman, Valentine Day, for example, you gotta use the graphics, you gotta use the fonts that actually catering to that ideal client, the woman in your mind, that you keep in mind. If you're using the fonts that are like too for like a manly fonts, or too like a very serif fonts, or very straightforward fonts like a vintage fonts, it may or may not be helping you with the sales. But if you're using handwritten fonts, cool fonts, simple fonts, curvy fonts, that's the fonts that goes pretty well with the woman niche. If you're targeting with the woman Valentine specifically, I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about the targeting woman in the other niches. I'm talking about the woman with the Valentine. So that's where the research comes in. When you're doing the research, look at what the fonts people are using, what graphics they are using, what is the ideal client that they are keeping in mind, and how they are designing. For kids, you will never going to use a very straight serif fonts or like very big fonts. No, you're gonna use curvy fonts, you're gonna use cool fonts, funny fonts, because that rings the bell for the kids, right? So keep that thing in mind. Another thing is like not having patience. A lot of the people doesn't have the patience. They think that I uploaded right now, so I gotta get the sales in this month. Yes, it can happen, but it cannot be happening as well. Sometimes it takes 2-3 months to get the sales, and sometimes it takes a year or 6 months to get the sale from those niches or from those designs, because we never know when which design will going to sell. Obviously you can go with the trending niches to figure those things out, because trending are trending, but they're gonna go end soon. When the trend is no longer there, you may or may not be getting the sales from them. But for the evergreen niches, it's very hard to predict that you're gonna get the sale within 3 months, 6 months, or a year. So you gotta be patient, guys, over here. Another mistake people do is they don't experiment with the designs. They make a very, very specific shop. Like, there is nothing wrong with making a niche based shop or specific shop, but if you don't have any sales history and you don't know that these designs sells in this particular niche, then focusing on only one niche, only that sub niche, may not be your cup of cake, or may not be your tea, or whatever you call it for you. Try different niches in your shop first and see what works, and then you can sub niche down with a niche that's working well for you or you're interested in. Experiment. The people who doesn't experiment, doesn't explore, don't play with the designs, don't play with the shops or niches, usually I feel like they are not getting the sales, because they are focusing so much on one particular niche and they think this is the only way to make money. But no. So experimenting, exploring does goes handy, and you got to try that on. That's what the entrepreneur journey. The last mistake that I feel like, the title and tags doesn't go hand in hand. Sometimes people uses the trending tags thinking that this trending tag is people looking for, so my people will going to search, my design will going to pop up. Well, it can help you, but it also can hurt your design if your design is not related to that particular tag or title or a keyword that you're using. If it is not related, it can hurt your design, because when you're uploading your new designs or uploading the products on a platform for some days or weeks, the platform gives you a little bit boost because it's a new design, it's a new product, so it's give a little bit of the boost. And if that time your title and tags are totally irrelevant, it might hurt you instead of actually helping you. So don't go with the trending tags just because they are trending. Use the tags that are relevant to your designs. So hopefully these mistakes you can avoid it. Let me know if you have any questions, any queries. Thank you so much. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.